So you just bought a brand new Tesla and you're wondering when you should charge it. Well, that's what this video is about. This is my third Tesla that I've owned, and we have two currently. This one's gone at the moment. But the 2023 Model 3 rear wheel that sits here has what's called an LFP battery. And everything that you hear me talk about in this video is directly from Tesla. That's my source. It's not from Google. But yeah, charging these cars. So a big misconception people make about Teslas is that they're an inconvenience. This is simply not true. I'm not an advocate for Tesla. I actually don't even own Tesla stock, believe it or not. But as most people who talk about Teslas, they say, oh, I own the stock. I just don't own any of Tesla stock. I invest elsewhere. So at the moment, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get any Tesla stock. But at the moment, this is a 2024 Tesla Model Y long range dual motor. So this does not have the LFP battery that's in the 23 that sits right here. So that means this one is recommended that you only charge to 80% for regular use. You can in fact charge this car to 100%, and the estimated range on the website shows 310, but it's actually 304 to 305 for everyone that has this dual motor that I've spoken to. So that's good enough for me. 304 or 5 miles on this car, more than enough to take long trips. And that is when you would probably regularly charge this to 100%. Now, I'll get into charging the LFP battery in just a second, but if you just bought the 2024 Model Y, which a lot of people did based on that 0.99%. Now, whether you got 36 months, 48 months, 60 months, or 72 months like me, you still got a phenomenal deal by getting any of the rates they were offering. 1.9 for 72 months is what it currently sits at to recording this video, because Tesla is sending out emails saying, hey, they're promoting it, saying you need to hurry up because we're going to end this deal. And it ends on the 31st of May. But they changed it about 5 days after launch because I guess they got a lot of sales. And, it's what's called a buy down rate. And I'm pretty sure Tesla's holding that bag to get these rates down. But nonetheless, yeah. In this video, we're going to talk about charging the batteries and, care for your car and answering questions like that. So, and also the money you will save. You will save. Now, this is my third Tesla, and still have this one and working on my fourth, just waiting for it to come in. If you haven't seen my video on my 2024 Model 3 Performance, I can't wait till I get it. It's going to be parked right here, and this one will go outside, and the other Model 3 will be here. But nonetheless, charging these cars. Now, if you go directly to Tesla's website, I'll leave the source link down below. They're going to tell you to keep your car plugged in when it's not in use. That is how you get the optimal on these cars directly from Tesla. So this particular car should be charged regularly to 80%. Now, I don't charge this car every day to 80%. I really got to get in the habit of plugging it up and leaving it plugged in. So, because I do have level 2, I have level 2 charger right here, 40 amps. That is what that is. That is a big extension cable. So if I want to plug it up over here, I can. Tesla recommends that you plug in the Model 3 or any of the long range rear wheel drive cars that have the LFP battery. They recommend you plug them in to once a week and charge it to 100. They recommend you charge it once a week to 100. That is what Tesla recommends. That is not me. So I typically charge my car on this side of the garage, and I have my charger in the trunk, and I'll plug in right there, and I'll just let it trickle charge at the 12 volts. So over there, or I can do 12 amps over. If I plug in right there, I can get 40 amps on this car. That's a 40 amp charger, and that's just how I would do it. So today I'm going to go ahead and plug it in over here while the Model. I'm going to run my cord over here and plug it up while the Model 3 is not here. And let me see here. Hold on. Let me just show you, because a lot of people. This isn't a heavy charger, by the way. It's just that this extension cable, this right here, I have a heavy duty extension cable, and this thing is heavier than the actual charger. So here is the charger. And you can see 40 amps. That is what this car is going to charge at. So typically, when you're charging at home, I'm going to go ahead and plug it up now. You shouldn't have to when people touch that right there, you really don't have to. If it doesn't open for you, you can touch it that way. But what I do is I open it from the app. I'll go into my Tesla app right here, and I'll just hit this button right here. Like that. I don't know, some people feel some type of way about that, touching the thing on there. So it's at 72%, and I'm gonna see how long it takes to get to 80%. Let's see here. Okay, so while it's open, you'll see that it's white right there. You just come up, you plug it in, you can hear my thing kick on over there, and it's now charging green. And then if I open this up, let me go in here, turn the radio down because I'm sure there's some music playing. It'll start to calculate what it's going to take to get to 80%. Let me put it to 80%. I don't want to go to 100. There we go. All right, so it'll start to calculate and say how long it's going to take to get to 80% from the current 72%. So it says 71 actually. Okay. So it's saying 50 minutes right now, but I can guarantee you it is definitely going to get there faster than that. It's at 40 amps, as you can see. It'll get to 80% much faster than that. So again, Tesla recommends that you keep these cars charged when you're not using them. They want you to just keep it plugged in at all times. As a matter of fact, that's what I see on their website. It tells you just keep your car plugged in. That's what it shows. So it's saying at 80%, I will get 243 miles. That's what it's saying it's going to give me if it keeps going at this rate. So as you can see, just in that quick second, it already went up to 218 miles from 217. So it's charging at 27 miles an hour. This is where you'll see what is added during the session and things like that. Now, I have solar on my house, so I charge whenever I want. It's the daytime right now. I'm pulling full solar power on my house, and yeah, I just charge whenever I want. And then at night, typically we'll plug up the Model 3 over there, or just whenever. But yeah, you see it's already changing. Once the car gets going, it's now saying 28 miles an hour and 45 minutes. So this will probably hit 80% in about 30 minutes or so. Now, if you supercharge, you will, in fact, you can do this in probably 5 minutes. You can probably make it to 80% in 5 minutes. So when I get out, you can see here, that is what it looks like. It's charging. So typically, and I just have this is how I do it. If the car, even if the car is, now the reason I have it like this is because the car isn't here, but if the car was here, that's why I have this Super Duty charging cable right here, extension cable. Now I will put a link in the description to this extension cable because it is very nice. The bracket to hold this is on that wall over there, right there. Because I used to run it around like that because I had another charger here. But in the trunk of my car, I have the official Tesla charger. And if you use the Tesla charger, this is what I've learned about the Tesla charger. If you use that Tesla charger, now I bought that Tesla charger for what I think it's cost $250 because I bought my first Tesla last year, beginning of last year, in 2023 I think it was, and they weren't giving the chargers away free when I bought my 23, so I had to buy that charger for $250. So I bought the charger for $250, and then I also upgraded the house to level 2 with a NEMA 1450. So that's why I'm able to charge a lot faster at home. But folks, it's very simple. Charge at home. This is what Tesla recommends. Tesla recommends you just leave it plugged in when you're not even using it. That way you're never really inconvenienced. Here's what I recommend. And let me get to this question right now. What if I'm going to be out of town and my car is going to be sitting for a month? Well, first of all, if your car sits for a month, and it's at 80% or 100%, you're not going to lose that much charge. But if you're going to be gone for a long period of time, I recommend you put the slower charger from your home, the 12 amp, plug it in there and let it trickle charge that way. That's what I would recommend. Now, I don't know if that's on Tesla's website or not, But that is what I would do if I was going to be gone on a vacation for 3 months, or just, I'm just not going to have access to the car for a long time. It's just going to be sitting in the garage or outside. I would just plug it up. And I will also turn off Sentry mode. So here's my window sticker. 424 is when this car was made. And here's everything that's on the car. Ultra red, long range, all-wheel drive, and that's it. Now here's where I want to talk about the money you'll save. Lord have mercy, you will save money. This is a fact. There's no way you can't save money, because having gas cars, folks, I know firsthand that a diesel truck, the Mustang, all those cars pump out at least $65 when it's time to fill it up. This car right here, folks, if you stay plugged in, you won't have to worry about running around town, or if you just keep your car topped off, just plug it in every night. Even if you don't have level 2, now some places say they had to pay a lot of money for their level 2 charging to be installed at their home. That's just a part of the game. If you want to do this and you want to charge faster at home, that is what you have to do. You have to upgrade your house to level 2. Now, I was blessed and fortunate enough, you won't believe my price. I was told that it's going to cost me between $750 and $1,500 to get my NEMA 1450 installed right here. I only paid $485. And Jay, well, how did you do that? Well, it's right next to my box. Put it next to your breaker box, folks. You are not paying so much for the installation, you're paying for the cable that's used. And you can't even see any cable in mine because he hid it away nicely. And I only used a short bit. I only used maybe a foot of cable, but it still came to $485 for the total install. That's the total install. So I recommend that if you're getting a Tesla, if you own your own home, especially if you own your own home, definitely upgrade your house. Even if you have to pay that $1,500 one time, the tax savings that you got on this car covers that. The discounts, if you got a discount, any kind of tax savings that you got on this car covers you upgrading your house for the $1,500 or whatever you had to pay, $2,000. I've seen some people say you had $3,000. And some people are bold and they go online and they look up the DIYs and they do it themselves. Those are the ones that I respect. Because when the electrician came out here to do mine, he said, you don't have to turn off the power to your house. He said, just don't touch these wires at the top. And you can do whatever you want to do in here. Okay, let's close out. Should you charge your car every day to 80%? According to Tesla, you very well can do so. You can leave it plugged in when it's not at use. They actually recommend it. If you have a Model 3 or LFP battery in your car, hit it to 100% at least once a week. But in fact, you can charge your LFP batteries to 100% every day. We used to do that with the Model 3s. However, you can charge this car to 100%. It's just recommended that you don't if you're not taking a long trip. Tesla says this helps your battery for longevity. They give a 120,000 mile warranty on the battery, I believe, or drivetrain or whatever. This battery, yeah. And then 4 year, 50,000 miles on the car itself. Now they do offer an extended warranty for the Model 3. It's $1,800. For the Plaid, it's $3,100, I believe, currently. And for this car, it's $2,000. I will be getting the extended warranty on this, but I don't need it right now. It only has another 2 years. And so I'll have this car. I don't know how many miles I'll have by the time the car is paid off. I'm not even worried about that. I probably won't hit 50,000 miles in the time that for the financing. But if I come close to it, I'll just go ahead and buy the extended warranty for $2,000. I hope you learned something from this video. And to recap here, you can charge this car. If you have the dual motor like me, you can charge this car every day if you want to. You can charge it every day to 80%. Leave the house every day topped off for your destinations. And I said it again, according to Tesla, you should be charging this car. You should leave it plugged in all the time when not in use. You should. Now, currently, I'm still on, as I get out of here, I'm still on version 11.1 of the software. Why my car didn't come with 12.1 or 12.2, I have no idea. The Model 3 that sits right here, I've already done a video on that. That one is on 12.4, I believe. And it has all the latest software, which is so sweet. So maybe after driving this car for a little bit, it will pick up. I will start to get all the visuals that come with it, and the auto trunk. When you stand behind the car, you stand behind it and it opens up. You just stand close to your car for about 3 seconds straight or something like that. And I gotta clean this, birds hate me. You stand close to it and then boom, it's done. It'll open up on its own. So yeah, charging your car, folks, don't have range anxiety. Try to avoid it if you can. If you bought a Tesla and you're nervous about driving it long distance, just think about the Tesla supercharging network. Now, one last thing is, earlier I told you about opening this up. At home, this is what it does to me. When I'm using the Tesla charger, it opens on its own. This is an aftermarket charger. All right, this is an aftermarket charger. So when I have the Tesla charger in here, it actually just pops open on its own. I just press the button. Well, the Tesla has a button. The Tesla charger has a button on it, and I press that button, and I don't ever have to touch the car per se. It'll just pop right open. But this is an aftermarket charger with the Tesla adapter on it. So sometimes I press the button, like press this button, and it opens up the charging port. Sometimes it doesn't. So, but if you're using a Tesla charger, it has the button on there and it knows it's the Tesla, so it pops it open for you. And if you ever go to a supercharger, you don't have to do any of that. It's just gonna pop it open for you. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't worry about charging and stuff like that. Don't worry about range if you can. What you need to do is just get out, test your limits, go drive the freaking car. Go drive way out somewhere, navigate to a supercharger, experience supercharging for the first time. Because I see a lot of videos where people posting it's their first Tesla and they don't know what to do. I mean, it's very simple. Just walk up, park the car, walk up to the supercharging thing, pull it out, hold it next to your car, and it's gonna pop open on its own. If it doesn't pop open, press the button and it'll pop open. And you plug it up and you get back in the car and watch TV or whatever you wanna do. YouTube, watch your man Jay, your favorite YouTuber. You know, anything, I don't know. But you have Netflix and Disney, stuff like that, so. But nonetheless, it's your man Jay. And these cars also have a full web browser too. I think there's so many cool things about this car that it's just not really spoken of much, but hopefully I can share more Tesla stuff with you. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. Tesla Tuesdays, I'll try to maintain, but you might see some Tesla Thursdays. There are some exclusive Tesla days when something exciting happens with the car. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.